I got a brand new, sitting there for like, what, a month? Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. We live? I don't know. We live this morning? You guys see me? Been having some issues all week. Thank God it's Friday, right? Good morning. Hey, what's going on? Can't see you, but I can hear you. Thank you. What up, Johnny Moogs? What's going on out there? Where's John Dickus? If you're out there, John Dickus, good morning. How's everybody doing out there? I can see you now. I got you all out there. We're going to get this show rolling here in just a moment. Look at him trying to doom us up here. This is actually a good sign before the open. This is actually not bad. Yeah, we're clearing this all out. This actually looks pretty good. I know you guys are probably panicking right now. Don't be panicked. It's Friday. Miro's always bearish. Miro's always bearish. That's why we're good friends. He works well as a seller. I work well as a buyer, right? Buyer out there. But so this morning, we'll go over to the trigger screen really quick before we get into the market brief. See if we can get over there really quick. So this actually isn't too bad right here. I actually don't mind this. So we're in pre-market right now, right? It's 9:23 in the morning, and so this is the close yesterday, right? This whole part right here is the close. I always hate these squeezes into the bell, right? Because what do they like to do? Like they get into cash market, and you think you're going up, and they come right back down, knock out that what? That pivot. So they're doing this in pre-market right now. So I'm not necessarily bearish here. Someone asked on the Discord if we're buying calls or anything, right? We're like, no, you got to be above, right? It's going to be price 1 minute, 5 minute, hourly. Now all this doom right here, I actually prefer to see these pivots taken out early in the morning before we even get to the open. And what's the reason for that? Because I really want to go up there and touch some of these higher up pivots, right? I want to get way up there and start messing around. So don't be too concerned at this moment. I guess you could be, but I wouldn't be buying puts here on the opening bell. I'd actually be looking for a rip off the opening bell this morning. So I got 6 minutes left. Yeah, this isn't going to hold. This isn't going to fly for me, at least. But we'll see what happens. If we start selling right off the bell this morning, we'll follow it. The one thing that I'm going to say to you, though, is that if we do start selling off the bell, that I would never trust that, like, this is the bell right here, that we're going to start going like this. I always want to see, like, this is not cash market. Okay, this is all fake market. Fake market. Okay, always remember that. This is all fake market. So it's very dangerous. It's not that you can't keep selling off the opening bell. It's that it's a fake-ass market before you get to 9 o'clock or 9:30 in the morning. And oftentimes, enough of the time, not every time, but enough of the time, you're going to be a loser in cash market with these kind of moves. It's very similar to if you see a gap up, right? You see a gap, but we gap up and we open the opening bell. You guys know what I do, right? You guys have known for years, right? If we gap up overnight, what do I say? Yeah, you take the money. You might get a little more gap on the opening bell, maybe a little bit. So you might get a little gap here on the opening bell, but most of that shit gets erased. You rarely don't come back to clear all that shit up. And I don't mean leaving gaps behind. I'm talking about stuff like this specifically. So just be careful here. We've got a 925. If you're a bear here or anything like that, just be careful here with all the doom and gloom. You're likely going to see a squeeze up. My take right here, you ask me, you're going to come right back up here on the opening bell this morning, okay? And clear all this nonsense out. This is somebody. This is like one person selling one fucking contract right before the open here. This is not like bloodletting or anything. We'll talk about it too some more. If you have not, I'm going to say this to you. If you have not, this morning at this point, read the market brief for today, and I mean all of it. Don't be like, I didn't read it. Cap, you didn't do it. Cap, I only watched the show. I only follow you on Twitter. You got to read those market briefs. Those two things. You got to read the market. If you're going to be a part of this community, you got to read the market briefs at minimum. Now, you don't have to read all the pro stuff. I think that you should, because I think it's even better, but you got to read the market briefs because it shows you where I'm at after the close into the morning open. If anything changes, especially if the market brief, let's say I read a market brief and I'm like, we're going to be up 100 points tomorrow, and we're down 200 points. You got to check those market briefs because we have to adjust to those things, those eventualities, right? Those eventualities always happen. So you got to follow along, and I got to make this clear. If you want to ever know my thesis on things or where I'm at, market brief is from after the close or until market open. The rest of my thesis is on stream. When I'm here on stream with you, you get the rest of my market thesis. And then at the end of the day, I always spend at least 5 minutes, sometimes longer, but I spend 5 minutes with you on what do I think is going to happen into tomorrow. Not the shit posting on Twitter. Not the, I don't know, you find me somewhere talking on a phone call or shooting the shit with somebody or anything like that. You guys know where I stand at least. And the last part that has to do with that is you should always know something about me. Crystal clear. You will meet trolls out there. Not that that's happened or anything, but you will meet trolls out there that'll attack people and say, you said this or you said that. There ain't no way that I will ever be a mentor to you, ever, and say to you, you make yourself a thesis and you follow it through to the end. Because if you do, you're going to blow yourself up. One of the key lessons is to be able to adjust to the reality and market that's in front of you. So be clear on that for yourself, too. Don't ever fall into those traps on social media where you see trolls out there, whether good or bad. You can see someone that's always like moon, 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 right? Or, hey, you were wrong, bear. It's always going up or whatever. You can see it on the flip side, too, right? You said this was going up and it's not. So it doesn't matter if it's like a bull or bear troll, but stay away from that shit because it's cancer. When you consume that shit all day long, it begins to impact your decision-making ability and your flexibility as an investor and as a trader. And I've done that. When I was younger, I would consume that stuff, right? Because it can make you feel good, right? That negativity. It's easy to fall into that trap. Especially, you know, a great way to describe this is going to be, you know how you like get hurt in life, you're a kid or something, when you're a child, you will, someone will slight you or someone will say something that you don't like. And, anything that's against your, something for you that you either hurt over or, hurt. Like let's say somebody says, hey, CaptainJimJames wears glasses. And let's say I'm sensitive on that topic and I get hurt. And so then two other people start making fun of that person that made fun of me. It's very easy to go, well, I'm going to go with those two people over there and we're going to make fun of that person that made fun of me, right? But that's poison in life. It's poison in trading, and especially with your money that's important to you. So just be careful on that, okay? Be careful on that whole like thing that you find out there in social media. So, all right, here we go. Hold on, I got to get this door open. It's really hot. Now it's 9:30, right? Do you see the bloodletting that's coming down? And watch, let's see what happens here. This is the 9:30 bell. And you're going to see that this gets bought right up. It should get bought right up. I don't think that it's going down. And let's take a look at the, let's put the pivots up for you. And we're going to do a quick market brief, okay? Where are they at? Right there. So this is S1 right here, right? Just below the pivot point for the day. You want to see if we do get any kind of a rejection above. If you are a trader, you want to look for two things. If you're a bear, you're looking for a rejection right here, though I don't think you're going to get it. I would be looking for a rejection above. So if you're a seller, this is the place right here in cash market to be selling above at 513. 513. It's a nice open, by the way. You can watch that go up anyway. So price target, upside price target right now is going, I'm going to put this on here for you. Whoop. Upside price target right there, 513.36. And make sure you read that market brief. If you hadn't read it in the overnights, I did write it out, and some of this is playing out that's in that market brief right now. So go on there and read that market brief. I'll leave that to the side there. Right there. All right, and I'll be not right back, but I'm going to switch over right now to the market brief. I love this too. Dude, I don't know if we watch CNBC. I don't know if we keep CNBC on just to make fun of it, but I really like this. So we're in OPEX, right? We're in OPEX. And this is what they run with. Markets in turmoil. S&P opens lower on inflation concerns. Pause in NVIDIA rally. I don't even know if you call it a rally, right? The fucking shit's been fucking straight fucking barring up for like 2 years. Trader Podcast had a great point on it yesterday. He's like, dude, I've been in fucking NVDA for like fucking 2 years. He's like, I don't know what these people are talking about. So I did find this funny this morning. You got a big red thing above here. It says doom and gloom on OPEX of all days. Okay, you didn't run with OPEX, huh? You ran with doom and gloom. I couldn't even imagine being an intern at CNBC because they probably have like a file folder system with like 3 packages. What is it today, boss? Well, we're going with doom today. Okay, so we've got here are Friday's biggest analyst calls. We're not going to get into that this morning. This is, by the way, CNBC Pro. Goldman is making a big call to clients to hedge for a market decline. Here's what it recommends. So this is news from this morning, and it's making the front page of CNBC. This was inside of your brief, though, last night. I didn't get it from here, but I want you to be aware of it. And if you don't know what this is right here, this headline, Goldman, this is an important headline here. Goldman is not saying to you that there's going to be a market decline in any way, shape, or form. Though this headline reads like that, right? This headline kind of portrays to you that a decline is coming. And that's not so much the guaranteed case. More that's coming down the road is there's an opportunity for decline. I can't say that there isn't going to be a decline, but I can't also say there isn't going to be a run higher. What is expected, though, from this statement right here is a bumpy road ahead. So what is a bumpy road, I guess, would be the question. So just here, I can make it very simple for you. It's very simple. So if we have, let me do it a different way. So if we have, we know the markets go up, right? We can posit that, right? The markets go up. And we can also posit that there's no, I know some of you guys understand this, but a lot of you don't, right? I shouldn't draw it like that. So normally the markets, when they're stable, they actually don't go up in a vertical. They kind of go up slowly. And there's a nice rhythm to it, right? Just like this, right? Well, supposedly, theoretically. So when you have a market that has no volatility, and then we're coming into next week with volatility expected, right? And even the vol surface is becoming more volatile as we head into today. Into today, it begins to increase, and then by Monday, it really starts to ramp. It doesn't come down until Friday. If you don't know that, that's in the market brief, right? So what is a vol? So we have three different phases, right? We've got low volatility, bull market, right? Positive gamma. Then we have volatility, and then we have sell the rip, bear market. I don't know, negative gamma, all that stuff, right? So we got like three different really zones, almost like and this isn't neutral either on gamma. There's another one, I guess, would be neutral gamma. But when we come into volatility, expected volatility, it doesn't necessarily imply down, but it does imply some violent moves, right? You could be tooling right along up here, like do. We're just heading up here. Everything's cool. We are expecting. Let me do it this way. On here. Hey, I'm expecting expecting this to be bought, and then boom, right, straight down. But then it comes straight back up again, right? You could be up here. You could be up here going, yeah, we're gonna roll down here, and then boom, straight up. Do you understand what I'm saying with this? So you have this no volatility. We're not negative gamma, but we do have these moves that are outsized and out of expected range, and that is the key point here. So you could be the bear trying to sell this, and you get your face ripped off. You could be the bull trying to buy this, and you get your face ripped off. It's a very simple way to explain what's expected next week is just this little crayon chart. Fairly simple, right? Doesn't mean we're going up. Doesn't mean we're going down. We could go down. We could even staircase this down with volatility next week, but it's not necessarily though that we're heading down. Right? It's not like trend is down. We could even staircase this down, but it's still not trend being down. It's like these drops. I try to relate it to like an air. If you've ever been in an airplane with turbulence, you'll be flying at 20,000 feet. There'll be atmospheric pressure, let's say, of I don't know, fucking 10 parts out of 100, and then all of a sudden it becomes 8 parts out of 100. Then it goes back to 10 parts out of 100. And 8 parts, 10 parts, and you're just bouncing, right? You ever feel that when you're on I don't know if you've ever taken a flight before in turbulence, but everything is smooth, and then boom, drop. Then you come back up, everything is smooth, boom, drop. Same thing happens when you're in a boat, right? If you're in rough weather, if you've ever sailed or had a motorboat and you've encountered a squall, things can get wild. You're just going along, everything is up, down, right? Then all of a sudden, boom, your boat drops. It's very scary. So anyways, that's that, okay? So you have that inside your market brief. UBS reveals the most and least preferred semiconductor names, giving one 70% upside. I started to read that yesterday, and I was like, I don't know. I don't know. Look beyond NV. They're all like, every time I read this shit here, right, from CNBC, stuff like this, reminds me of dumping. Every time, like, hey, man, take your money out of NVIDIA and go over here. Or anything. Take your money out of RK because it's rolling over. Put it in ARKG. Then they sell that on you too. So just be wary of any kind of headlines like this. It's like 2 or 3 companies and that's it. This is a lesson for you. There are like 3 companies doing real AI. The rest of them lying, like literally lying to you. There's only a couple companies, 2 or 3 companies out there that actually have the ability to make the jumps and leaps that these other companies are doing. This is like an exclusive thing. You might not want to believe that, but it really is. You need money, and you need scientists, and you need tons of computing and manufacturing power. So I realize there's a wave to run with this. I realize that there's a guy out there or a girl out there with like a 3-person team that's like, we're going to be the next biggest thing. The truth is, specifically this industry, you want to be with who's got the power, the money, and the infrastructure for that growth. Okay, well, enough for CNBC this morning. Next thing is going to be financial juice. We've got on the opening bell this morning, we've got MMO imbalance 2.4 billion to the sell side. We've got U.S. industrial production year over year minus 2.3%. Nope, don't forget we got Michigan sentiment at 10 a.m. this morning in another 20 minutes. We've got U.S. industrial production month over month, actual 0.1%, forecast 0%, previous 0.1%, revised 0.5%. U.S. manufacturing output month over month, 0.8%. The forecast was what? The forecast is 0.3%, right? Effective fund rate, 5.33%. And it was one of the things I want to talk about the effective funds rate. The future funds rate right now, after yesterday's data, blasted down. So, and the idea here is that the future funds rate is gambling. Okay, it's not real at all. There's nothing real about it. And people use it and quote it and say, especially when they stand on it, they're like, this is going to happen. It's not ever going to happen. It fluctuates up and down, and it likes to go to extremes. And it's for making money, not for predicting. I guess it's for people use it for predicting, but it's not really there for that. And yesterday, they're basically trying to price in only 2 rate cuts this year, not 3. Like was the thought process. So you have to ask yourself, you have to look forward and ask yourself, why is that being priced in? And why are people saying that? And we discussed this already earlier in the week. I don't know if you remember this. We looked on Monday, I believe, at all the macro that you need. And I told you we have the let me put my hand over here. I was like, Jerome Powell wants inflation and unemployment to go like this. Up a little bit, down a little bit. Up a little bit, down a little bit. Up a little bit, down a little bit, right? And I said to her this week, I was like, look, it's so simple. You don't need to complicate this stuff. They've sent unemployment up, right? And literally last week, so stupid. Like, then they had like inflation down. So people were like, what do you think is going to happen with inflation? And I said, oh, it's going to be up. They're going to report inflation up this week. It's that fucking stupid. The fraud that's created right now in the economic data is comical. It's like one report slightly up, one report slightly down, one report slightly up, one report slightly down. And this week in particular, we were due for an up report inflation, and we got it. And now we've got both up at the same time. And guess what happens when we get those 2 up moves, those slight, not velocity, just slight. We get what? I said it earlier on Monday. We get some down, right? That usually follows that. But is it crash and burn? Is it not 3 rate hikes this year? No, not at all. And you're going to likely see the next 2 reports come out, and guess what they're going to show? Take a guess. The unemployment rate's going to come down slightly, and inflation is going to come down slightly. Now, if that doesn't happen, we see more velocity, we'll be scared of it. But it hasn't been doing that. So you have to kind of stick with what's been happening. And we have many examples of this in the past where the Fed will manipulate when we get down here to try to slow the velocity of unemployment, the velocity of jobs, and the velocity of inflation. So in their view, as long as they do that, the markets are safe. If you begin to see inflation slam down and bounce off 2%, if you begin to see ramping in unemployment, if you begin to see jobs available slamming down, there is cause for concern there. But that is not what's happening right now. It's not what happened last week or the month before or whatever. There's a true manipulation going on in the market right now by the Fed and the Treasury Department until they lose control of it. So when you're seeing statements out there by people saying, hey, look, we're only now pricing in 2 rate hikes, it makes me think of, okay, let's get to an extreme then. Let's slam down small caps as deep as we can get it. Why, though? Not because there's fear of that actually happening, so we can get a better price. Does that make sense? So these are people that accumulate and distribute all day on every time frame, over a year, over 6 months, over 3 months, over a month, over a week, over a day, over 5 minutes. So think about that instead of, does it mean anything? And I really do want you to know that, like, it's accumulation and distribution. It has not all of its, the rest of it's bullshit. And even when something is real that the market really doesn't know, you never see it hold. or at least price hold. So like if the market really doesn't know something happens, I don't want to say these things, but if there's like an unintended, unknown, like I don't want to say it, like a terrorist attack or something like that, you'll oftentimes see the market blast down on some really unknown news and then come straight back up again. You'll even see good news that's truly unknown. You'll see a blast straight up and it won't hold. If the banks know it's coming, it'll blast up and hold. If it blasts down on news and the banks already knew about it, it'll hold down there. But usually you see the retracement almost automatically so that they can position properly for it. Do you understand what I'm saying here? That's the manipulation that goes on in our marketplace. U.S. export prices, month-over-month actual 0.8%. Excuse me. New York Fed manufacturing actual minus 20.9. Month-over-month actual 0.3%. Goldman Sachs CEO Solomon. CEOs tell me, let me start back down here. Hang tight here. Solomon saying 2023 was a year of execution. I'm optimistic about 2024. The U.S. economy is more resilient than expected. Inflation may prove stickier than many anticipate. The Fed has room to ease if conditions decline. And that is another topic of conversation. This part right here. And this is where I agree with Trader Podcast. I'm not on the month-over-month inflation, but we are starting to come into that part of rate hikes where you are going to start to look at taking a little bit of gas off, right? No more, no brakes, all gas, just a little bit off right now. And to that point, Volatility Wiz just did a newsletter where he was discussing Jerome Powell and what he had to say about Jerome. I don't expect Jerome to reverse course on, like, he's super hawk. He doesn't have a history of doing that. There's no history of Jerome doing that anywhere in his career. He goes like ham. And he gets more and more dovish for a long period of time. He overdoes things. We know that, right? He raised rates too fast. He delayed raising rates too, didn't he? He let the economy run hot, right? He does that. And then he slams the hammer down when he shouldn't, right? Max rates. So to think that Jerome's going to be at any point like not one or the other is probably inaccurate, or at least historically inaccurate from his past experience. So I'm not expecting super hawk Jerome to come out at this FOMC and be like, here's 50 BPS. He said I'm not adversarial. The Fed is not adversarial. We will telegraph this stuff to you. And if anything, at this Fed meeting, I would expect him to become even more dovish. Even if he doesn't cut rates, for language to change out there. Okay, so we get through all that right there. Then we've got what else do we have here? Secured overnight financing. Oh, here we go. Solomon still. Inflation may prove stickier than anticipated. So, and I read this. I think he said this yesterday too. I don't think this was from this morning. It says it was from 8:16, but I thought this was from yesterday. I thought I read this yesterday. So even just look at this. Just mixed messages here from him, right? Just mixed messages. So I'm not expecting that from Jerome at all. Like just simple. Maybe slightly more dovish. The U.S. economy is more resilient than expected, he says, and he also says CEOs tell me consumer economic conditions are tougher. You don't need him to tell you that. We already know that it already is, but you guys are all still working. So that does matter, right? You guys all still have jobs. Some of you have 2 jobs, 3 jobs, or whatever. We are beginning to lose right now 5-10. Some doom and gloom out there on S&P 500. We do have today on the 15th, let me go scroll down. We have at 10 a.m. the consumer sentiment preliminary. I guess, did I say that it was Michigan sentiment? So we have consumer sentiment preliminaries at 10 a.m. today. But next week, we've got a huge week coming up. We've got home builder confidence at 10 a.m. on Monday. We've got housing starts and building permits on Tuesday. All the bad news on that stuff came out already for the winter. And then we've got the big one here, right? Wednesday at 2 p.m., we've got the FOMC rate decision. We have the Fed Chair Powell conference. Actually, let me circle back up here. I believe on the 19th, we have oh no, I think on the 18th we've got SMCI inclusion in the S&P 500, and then on Tuesday we have the NVDA event, and then on Wednesday we have FOMC and we have VIXpiration. VIXpiration is fun. I don't know if you know a lot about VIXpiration, but we're going to put a post out about it. It can be a lot of fun. And then, believe it or not, the day before is a lot of fun on VIXpiration. And then on Thursday, we have jobless claims, Philly Fed manufacturing survey, PMIs, existing home sales. And then Friday, nothing scheduled, right? But we do have something scheduled on Friday. We've got end-of-month flows. And that's a lot of fun, too. If you don't know how much fun that is, JPM caller, right? And what's fascinating about end-of-month flows or end-of-quarter flows, you guys know what's fascinating about it? It's not just JPM. You get all kinds of people out there placing their hedging for the following quarter. And larger position makers, what do? Well, they don't disturb markets on though they don't do that in general, but in a concentration of it in one day. So if a bank does not want to disturb markets, doesn't matter if the markets are in decline or if they're on an incline, they still do not want to disturb the normal flow of the markets all at the same time. So what does that mean? It means if I place a bearish bet, JPM does a bearish seagull, I think. If I'm wrong on that, let me know, but I think they do a bearish seagull. So if they're placing this bearish bet, what do they do when they place it? They place it in the morning. They buy a shit ton of 0-to-8 calls. That's what they do. A bunch of them, like tons of them. So those 0-to-8 calls come out, right? And the thesis here is that the dealers hedge against that. Markets are slightly stabilized, or at least going wherever they're normally going. But as the delta rolls off, the theta rolls off those calls, and the end of the day comes around, no matter where we're going, we tend to get a ramp into the end of the day. So we'll pay very close attention to that as well, especially if you're a bull. If you're a bull, no matter what happens on end of month, you're looking for that ramp into the end of the day. And it's usually very profitable. You can make a ton of money on it. So what does that mean? What does all this mean? It means that next week. Oh, hold on here. Did I do this right? All right, I did this right. We're going to switch over right now to the main screen. I'm on break right now. I wish I was. What does that mean for you next week? It means that we have volatility, right? Into next week. It begins on Monday and does not end until Friday. And you can see the weakness right here. Look at this doom and gloom right here. So in last night's market brief, I said to you, if we lose 514, right? I said if you lose 514, I think 30 something at any point to begin to hedge for the weekend, right? If you see traders, you see buyers leave the market, any of that kind of stuff that you begin to hedge. And I also talked to you in that market brief about on highs. Whenever we hit 518, 520, any of that kind of stuff, that you are hedging for those drops in volatility next week. So whenever we're at extremes too, on a low. So if we're at a low, don't be scared. If we're at a high, don't be scared. You're buying dips on ranges that are much larger than normal. Does that make sense? So if we're really in a high, you're going to hedge 10-cent puts for the week, for next week, next Friday. If we're in a major low, you're going to buy those calls down there for an upside squeeze. No, so I'm wrong here. I got this wrong right here. We didn't come up at all. We failed on the 1-minute trigger right there. Whoop, they got us right there in the 1-minute trigger. So we're down below S1 right now. Target to the downside, 507.75. Let me check the back stuff down here because I deleted all this. I cleaned all that. It looked like a mess this morning. Right down there's one. Whoop. There's one buy bar right there, and here's your next buy bar right down there. Right there. That's your next buy bar. And I've got calls on today too. I've got I've got 50. I got to check, but I think I have 50 520Cs for today's expiry. They were like 6 cents or something. They don't mean it. They don't cost anything. They're like fucking tiny trade. Let's see if we can take a trade here. I'm interested in taking one. Lots of doom here, huh? 510.03 right now. You know what is nice though? I'll say this. I've got this pretty big, I've got a pretty decent sized put spread in the market, and I just need the market to be below 525. Like 525 to 500 at expiry, I get full pay. If it goes down before expiry, I had this fucking thing on for like fucking a month. Like if we get below in the front end of it, if I got below like 495, which we didn't, we like would hit 495. That was up like 50% or some shit like that. But if I needed below 495 to get like full max pay, but now the time has passed, all I got to do is stay under 525 and I'm going to get the full print. So I'm pretty happy here. And my calls are fucking 1 penny right now. Hold on 1 second here with you. Hang tight with me. Yeah, I'm still having problems with Tasty Trade, man. All right. I'm sitting on 511C. I haven't bought it yet, but I have 25 contracts sitting on 511C. They're costly. They're 95 cents right now. They're pretty expensive. Let's take a look at this and see if we can catch a reversal here. See what happens here. So you can make some money on a Friday. What do we got here? SQ. We got SQ up this morning. While we wait, I'm going to put up. So I'm going to check some of these bottom charts here for you. Happy Friday, by the way, out there. It's been a pretty good week. Should I write SQ or should I write block? There we go. SQ. Let's check SPX Gamma right now. Let's take a look at something here. This is fascinating. Remember the gap that was left unfilled down here? See that gap down here? See this price right now? Look at this right here. So you see all this? We got a green wick down below with a push. We never, hold on here. But I got to change this. Let me change something for you. I said that I would update the gamma this morning for you. So I will do that right now. Let me get the gamma profile for you. I'm going to read something else for you this morning. I'm going to give you guys another market brief here. Change the gamma for you. You guys want to take a snapshot of this here in a moment, you can. Ooh, nice. Really nice. So the gamma flip has moved up this morning. It's at 51.50. This is the loosening of gamma on the market. I want to show you this. Let's go down there and take a peek at it. Bottom right-hand side. Move this over for you right here. Let's take a look at this. So there's a new gamma profile, right? We talked about gamma, half the gamma rolling off the market. Oh, wait a minute here. We got to go back here. So we talked about half the gamma, right? Moving off the marketplace. And there's some structural changes today. Ready? Call wall has come down now. It now sits at 5180. Right? This is gone now. We don't need this because the gamma is rolling off. Right? So that goes away. You got, this is just saying SPX gamma. You've got a gap to fill down below here. We never filled that, right? Never filled that gap. It's right over here. Well, maybe I move this around. This should be nicer over there. Right there. There's that gap. Maybe we fill this gap. It's possible. But here's the most fascinating part. So this is your call wall, right? And this is going to be your new support. So right here is support. Or maybe I should write it better. I shouldn't say support because you're going to be like, Cop, the support broke. Local support. All right, local support right here. That's your local support. This is going to be now. So right now we're going to find out. We're in the middle of the pile right here. Hold on, I'm going to try to execute this trade here. This is the middle, right? The gamma flip is above at 51.50 right now. I'm going to watch this because I want to buy this right here. What I don't want to get done is I don't want to get trapped in this, and that's the real buy down there. But you can't see it. Hold on a minute here. Trigger screen. We're going to jump back to this in a minute. What I don't want to do is buy this and have it come right back down, and that was the real dip buy. So I'm watching this right here, and I want to buy that right there, okay? So I want to buy 507.75, and but I'll tentatively watch this. So if this can head higher, bounce around and start to turn, I'll take a trade right there. If we blast down here, I am definitely buying that. So that's that 507.75. I got a trade set up at 511, but we'll move that trade to a different strike if we get down here to this 507.75. So we're going to keep watching that right there. I'm going to switch back over to the gamma screen down here. Let me put this up for you. If you want to take a snapshot of this so that you have it, let me move my cursor. If you want to take a snip of this, or if you want to, yeah, that's local support, and this is real support down here. So let me put all of this up for you. There you go. Take a snap of that right there if you want. And look at that gap down here. Ooh. Look at that juicy. Look at that juicy right there. Look at that bad boy. Let me put that one in for you really quick, too. Oh, no, hold on here. This is the sexy one right here. Let's do this one right here. Oh, yeah. We'll make that one gray, too. Oh, yeah, bears, dude. Like, oh, I love it. Close that gap cap. Okay, can I copy that? Copy, paste. Oh, yeah. All right, gap to fill. All right, bear. Oh, fuck, yeah, cap. We'll put that one right there. Oh, no, I got to bring it to the front. Bring the front. All right, now snip your finger. Snip your finger. Now snap your picture. Clip that at home for yourselves. Cap to fill, bear. Oh, fuck yeah, cap. Okay, we're going to switch back now to the main screen. And I'm going to read you I'm going to read for you. I'm going to read for you another morning brief for you to read here. I'm going to get a couple more morning briefs out here for you this morning. 2-year note yields are moving higher after today's economic data. Import prices plus 3%, export prices 0.8%, Empire State minus 20.9, industrial production 0.1. While the S&P future is crashing through various gamma support levels, it is now trading 0.5% lower. Gamma at a glance, gamma is at 127 million. I think we lost 200 million over today due to OPEX day. So the market is free to move how it wants. The gamma flip we already showed you is now at 51.50. Yesterday, Goldman warned that buyback window is closing. And after today's OPEX, dealers will also not be the white knight much longer. While rate cut expectations are evaporating fast, and the vol curve is implying rougher waters next week. I showed you guys the SPX at the money vol curve for next week in the market brief last night. And a euro recap here is friendly in line. European stocks are poised to close out the week with a gain of 0.5%, DAX 0.4%, the FTSE 0.2%. ECB policymakers indicated inflation is on track to reach 2%, but warned about wage risks. The German economy minister downplayed signs of a recovery, while British Prime Minister Sunak ended speculation of a snap election in May. Economic data showed mixed results. Inflation rose as expected, but Italian retail sales contracted in January. Some of the highlights from Europe is that the France CPI is 0.8% month over month, as expected. Italy's CPI was 0.1% month over month, as expected. Italy January retail sales minus 0.1% month over month versus 0.2% expected, so not good for Italy. The APAC recap. Stock markets closed the week mixed. The Nikkei was down minus 0.3%, and the Hang Seng was down 1.4%. So both markets saw losses, while China ended with a small gain for the week. Nikkei lost 2.5%, Hang Seng gained 2.3%, Shanghai eked out 0.3% in gains. China's economic data showed a slowdown in housing prices and new loans, while also total finance was much less than expected. News notes have included China's central bank keeping interest rates steady, Samsung receiving investment for U.S. expansion, and potential slowdown in New Zealand's economic growth. Reserve Bank of Australia's upcoming policy meeting is also on investors' radar. Data highlights: China February housing prices minus 1.4% year over year versus 0.7% prior. China February new loans, CNY 1.45 trillion versus CNY 1.454 trillion. Expected in CNY 4.9.2 trillion prior. China February total social financing, CNY 1.6 trillion versus the 2.2 trillion expected and the 6.5 trillion prior. China February outstanding loan growth, 10.1% year over year. Woof. Still a little bit under, though, the 10.2% that was expected and the 10.4% from prior. It's a little bit of a slowdown there in China going on right now. Got so much shit I got to get out on a Friday of OPEX for the quarter. It's like, okay, we're going to review all of China, all of Europe. We're going to review New Zealand. And we're going to review Europe. And we're going to review Japan. And then we're coming into the U.S. Close for the quarter. Still no trade for me here. Just watching this down below. Got no trade down below. I'm going to leave the SPX gamma chart up for you just so that you can see it here. Right down here, so you can watch this morning. I'm not going to go through, I'm not going to have to cycle through all of these different charts this morning because it is OPEX. I want you to be able to see where all of this stuff is. So right down here, keep your eyes on it. First line of support, do you see it down here? This is where those buyers were right back here, right? Whoop. These buyers don't look like they're here any longer, so we're going to look for this gap to get filled to the downside. You see it right here? This gap should get filled here. Look at how weak the response is. Let me go back down here and show you this SPX screen. Bottom right. And watch this right here with me. Do you see how you've got, this is a 30-minute chart. Do you see how from here to here this wick is beautiful? Showing you that buyers are showing up. Do you see that here? Not so much, right? Do you see this here? Whoop, right down there, the push down, right? So they're pushing, 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 pushing. And what are they pushing for, right? Where's the next group of buyers? Right down here. So fair chance we continue to go down. We're going to slide this over. We got a gap to fill, right? That's at 5092. We might get that this morning. It's possible. So we'll leave this up here. This is 509, and that is relatively right about here, right where we are, right about this area here. So if we get one more little push down and try to buy that right there. Close that up for you right there. See what happens here. Watch out for a check back above. Watch out for a 5-minute check, but I would still be wary of that right there. Still be wary of that happening. 5-minute check back, and then possibly this rest of this down move down here to clear all that up, clear that gap down below. Let's keep our eyes on it here and watch. If I do see this happen, I will be long. I'll show you exactly what I'm looking for. Right there, right there, right there, and then some kind of a move up right there. So if I see that move up, I will begin to get long right in here. So that's where I get long. Until that happens, no trade. We're going to try to make some money today. So I'm going to see if I can make some money, close out Friday really well. So what do you guys got out there? I'm watching right now. If you guys got anything you want to add, if I didn't see a lot of your chat, so I'm trying to like pay attention to the data for this morning and getting all the stuff out to you. Yes, RGF is going to zero. Did they have their did RGF have their ER yet or no? I was in a so I wanted to talk. Let's talk about RGF. So I had some private conversations about RGF, but not public. They have not yet. I'll have that conversation now. I've had these private conversations about RGF with people. I didn't want to have it on stream because I don't want to impact the price of RGF. I'm afraid that if anything that I do will have an impact on it. So I bought RGF the start of Q1, and I said I will hold it for the quarter. When I said that, the price spiked, and I was like, "Fuck, that's not good." I said it on Twitter. And so I didn't make any more real commentary on it too much other than when I'm adding and stuff like that. Cause I'm like, it's kind of low. It's not quite low. It's actually not a low float stock, but I don't want to impact the price of the stock. So I held it for the quarter because I wanted to see an M&A take place. Now the price has continued to decline since then. And I've been asked by people, should I buy more? And I said, fuck no. And I never recommended to buy it. People were buying it. Matter of fact, it was recommended to me to buy, and I bought it on a recommendation. So I bought it. And I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hold it for the quarter regardless because I don't want to be accused of anything nefarious. So I'm going to hold it for the quarter. And we are at the end of the quarter right now. And it is going into, it's going really low. And the reason it is because of what was stated before. There was an activist investor claiming that the company is going to take it private. Now, I was on hopes of an M&A. There are some options here with RGF. RGF could reverse stock split. If that happens, you would see a sentiment, very positive sentiment, but it's usually short-lived. So if you see them come out in their ER and say we're doing a reverse stock split, and you see everybody going woo-hoo-hoo, and it starts to blast up again, do not believe that it's going to hold forever. It'll be a short-lived thing. You might hear people say it's going bankrupt. It should not go bankrupt. I went and reviewed their stuff, and they had consolidated all their debt really well. And so I don't see bankruptcy. What I do see from the price action is it really fucking looks like taking it private to me. If it does go private, that is really bad. If the C-suite takes that ticker private, they want the cheapest possible price. And that's what the action looks like. And also, there was Q3 and Q4 massive buying of RGF. That's why I bought it. There was massive insider buying, massive institutional buying of that ticker. And so I was like, they're going to get an M&A coming. Definitely. And they dumped all of it through Q1. They just kept dumping it and dumping it and dumping it. So I'm assuming that someone knows something. If I had to give a percentage into what I think is going to happen, it's probably 40% chance or 60% chance of taking it private. About that high, 60 to 70%. There's a now 30% chance of some kind of a reverse stock split or M&A. The M&A has gone down. Bankruptcy, 10%, 5%, very small chance. So I'm upset about RGF. I still own it. I was going to add some to it this week at 50 cents, and I didn't. And I actually told a couple guys that are in that trade with me that there's no fucking way that I'm adding to it because I'm afraid that they're going to take that company private, which sucks. The worst part too is they're going to pay me for what what they do is they'll delist that stock, and I will have to probably eat a bag of dicks on that one, and I'll have to wait to get paid too. So I'm kind of pissed. Do I paper trade? No, I don't paper trade anything anymore. No hunches either. I took that risk intentionally for an M&A. A couple years ago, well, I don't do it anymore, but I used to trade Paramount on the M&A that they'll get an M&A, and I think 3 times in a row I made 400% on those trades. 300% on one of them, 400 on another one. So like Paramount, when all the streaming companies were discussing consolidation, like they blasted down a bunch of these companies, and I'm like, dude, we're coming into M&A season, and they started talking about that shit happening, and that shit just ramped. So I always, every year, like Q1, I look for companies that have good, either good fundamentals, or they're making something real, and their stock has gotten destroyed for a takeover bid. And this one I lost. Normally I don't lose too many of these, but this one I think I'm going to lose. I don't know. I still own it, so I'm not selling it either. It just stays there. They either take that shit private or I stay on it. So, and I'm in for about $1.30 if you want to know. $1.20. No, I have it over there, but it's like $1.30 or something like that. So I don't paper trade anything. So, but I have in the past. I have paper traded. It's not the same. There's no same with it. So. Gamma Lab tweets saying SPX sporting negative dealer gamma imbalance, now trading in a tone with large 0-to-8 gamma concentration. Yeah, I'm about to go long here, so I don't really care. I'm about to go long right now. Did you guys get the Tesla chart from me last night? So supporters should have gotten that chart. I want you to know that Tesla chart is a 1-day, year-long chart. So there will be on your intraday stuff is going to look a lot different than that chart. I want you to be aware of that. I wanted to say that in the post last night, but I didn't have any time. I was dead, dude, yesterday morning. So, but that chart, I'm liking that chart, dude, pretty much. I didn't say this in the market brief last night either, and I should have. I'm watching Tesla and IWM for the ramp in whenever we expect to actually cut rates. Whenever that turnaround comes around in those stocks and in that index, it's going to be a front running of the rate cut expectation trade that's coming. Oh, dude, I want this right now, man. I'm fucking starving for this. Look at this. I want that bad. Not yet, though. I don't want to see this happen. I don't want to see like, yeah, everything's awesome. We go down there, and that's the real bounce down there. So still sitting on my hands, not doing anything at this moment. No trades yet for me today. Tesla triggers look bad. NVIDIA back alive. Shaq, thanks for saying something. Let me go over here and hold on a second here. Dude, my cat last night, right? Came into my office last night and like destroyed it. Came in my office this morning. I'm like, what the fuck is going on in here? Like ripping drapes down, like literally ripping drapes down. Like I got monitors askew. And like went full ham. I'm gonna move some of this over so you can see it. I'm gonna get rid of some of this here. I want you to visualize this in your mind, okay? So I can just watch this trade as it develops. We've got HYG turning around to the upside. Dixie's looking pretty good, not too bad, $3.43. I know that, like, so Dixie is at a bottom, even though that it's at a top. I like to see Dixie right around $1. If you guys don't know, this is a simplified. You guys want a simplified way to look at Dixie? You want to see Dixie at about $1.03 for normalcy, or I do right now, but $1.03. I never want to see Dixie at $1.04 as a bull. Let me rephrase all of this. If you guys don't track, if you're a young trader, right? I'll give you a simple way to watch Dixie. That's the Dix, right? It's the dollar. So right now, you want to see, or right now, if you're a bull, you like to see the Dixie top out at about $1.03 and change. That signifies a bottom in the market. If you begin to see $1.04, $1.05, run. That's really bad for equities right now. If you begin to see Dixie roll down off of about $1.40, $1.50, starts coming down, you start buying dips. So that's about like the bottom for you as a bull. If you start seeing Dixie go down to $1, start closing your longs and watch out because it's going to blast up to that $1.03 range. And then $1 is really low. It should be like $1.10 would be nice. So that range, like $1.10, $1.30, somewhere in there. Okay. And the Dixie right now has got two tops on it. It's about $3.41. So it's getting a little long in the tooth right now. We've got a gap above on HYG that you want to see closed out. NASDAQ trying to claw its way back right now. VIX, did it close the gap or no? VIX has a little bit more gap it's leaving behind at 1527. Tesla's still bleeding, trading $161. SMLR looks like it's turning around right now. And that's all I got for you right now. Oh, fuck, dude. Those calls are now $1.06. They were 95 cents a few minutes ago. A little bit of premium coming into Tesla calls right now, or SPY calls right now. $1.06, they were trading 95 cents just a moment ago. Don't want to get trapped in here. Don't want to get pulled into any kind of a rollover and down here. So not going to take this trade just yet. I'd really like to wrap up a Friday happy as fuck with a bunch of money in my pocket. So yeah, bag of dicks. Oh, dude, Jimmy. So my wife woke up this morning with a sore throat. I'm well hydrated. Thanks for saying something, Jimmy. So what I did was last night is I haven't been sleeping this week. I've been working my ass off for you guys. I've been a million miles an hour, and I got a bunch of back end crap I'm going through. I got someone claiming that they're a fucking owner and shit. I got some whacked shit going on in the background. My daughter got sick on Monday, and my wife this morning is sick. She is sick. So I'm assuming that I'll wake up on. This is gonna suck too, because this weekend I need a break. I'll be honest with you guys. I need like 2 days of touching grass. Like I need to do anything but the market. I need to get off the screens. I need to get away. And the reason I need to get away is for some perspective, right? Just get away. You get this tunnel vision. You get down this tunnel vision, and I'm not there yet, but I'm close. And I don't want to be in that tunnel vision next week for you. So like this weekend, I need to like get outside, ride my bike. I need to go to the farmer's market. I need to go walk by the river. I need to get out. Yeah, I need to get out. I need to get out and about and do something. So this weekend, I'm like, no matter what happens, that's what I told myself this morning. I'm like, I'm going to put on a kick-ass trade, make a bunch of fucking money, and I'm going to stop Friday, and I'm going to take some time for Jim James. I'm going to take my daughters with me, go for a bike ride. And you know what the worst part is? Last weekend, it fucking snowed, rained. It was like 30 degrees. And then Monday, Tuesday, it was like 70 every day, like beautiful weather, like sun, cool breeze, springtime feel. And so I missed all of last weekend. It's been like 2 weeks of like work, nose grind. And I just need that break. Yeah. Dude, this is for your benefit too. You want me, trust me, you want me like not sick. You want me refreshed and all that kind of stuff. So this weekend in particular, and next week's so crazy that you're going to need me on point next week. So hopefully you guys can get out over the weekend as well and just do something for yourself. Even if it doesn't cost any money, dude, I'm not that guy, by the way. Like some of you out there know me. Some of you know me in real life. Like you actually know me in physical person, and it doesn't cost a lot of money to enjoy your days or your weekends. I guess for some people it does, but I like to. So like my wife likes to go to a pool bar, right? My wife likes a catamaran with a captain, and she's just sitting there doing nothing. I'm the guy that's like, give me a monohull from the 1970s and make sure there's a storm because I want to have some fucking fun. I'm like, let's go camping with a pack on our backs and nothing else and eat frozen or freeze-dried Mountain House. Let's drive 12 hours, no services. Let's ride a bike across Iowa for 7 straight days and do 100 miles in a day. So, anyways, that's how I get refreshed. I need that I don't know what it is. It's like like I go to like fights in the middle. I go to like these boxing matches that are underground. I go to raves. I'm like an old man. I go to raves all the time, like underground raves all the time. Uh, I like doing that stuff. That's who I am. I'm not really like the Disney World guy. Are you guys? And it's okay to be that guy because my wife is that person. My wife is like, "Have fun, honey. Kiss off. Fuck off." Hell yeah, RAGBRAI. I'm doing it this year. I'm doing RAGBRAI this year. If any of you guys are doing RAGBRAI, I'll be there. I will be at RAGBRAI. As a matter of fact, I'm giving up. I usually go to something called Lakes of Fire. It's a Burning Man event, and they coincide this year. So no Lakes of Fire for me this year. I'm going to RAGBRAI. I'm doing and dude, this is the most brutal year they're gonna have in like decades, right? It's the Southern Hill Route. Now you hate Disney. I mean, I like Disney. I've been there. I shouldn't say I've been there once, and I really enjoyed it. The kids. I don't think you could bring a child anywhere better than Disney. Who, dude? How about this? I'll say something honestly. I'll be honest with you guys. If any of you out there are serious about even thinking about doing RAGBRAI, I will do it with you. If any of you sign up for RAGBRAI, or if you're going to band it, I am totally down to do that with you. Now, I will say something about RAGBRAI. This year, I am not doing it with. I'm doing it with a road bike, but I am I haven't built it yet, but I have batteries for it. I've got a rare motor for it, so I am gonna be faking it, and it's not because I can't. It's because of my knees. So I am riding an electric bike this year. I want to enjoy myself. I want to ride from town to town and not be feeling beaten up, and I want to enjoy each town and have a good time. So, if you are interested in that ride, how about this? If you're interested in that ride, I'll make a channel in the Discord today. I'll make a channel right now. I'm going to make a channel in the Discord right now. If you are truly interested in riding the RAGBRAI with me this summer, we can do it together. I'm not either. So that's another thing. I'm not a road bike. So I don't ride. I've got a quiver of bikes. But most of my concrete riding is like a city bike. So I've got a city bike. I ride a city bike a lot because I am in Michigan, but I'm mostly a single track kind of guy. And I like the loop-de-loops and the roundabouts and all that stuff. I'm not a downhill guy anymore. Can't do it. And I like lift service. I'm older. I like lift service. But if I can pump on a loop-de-loop single track, like enduro, or not enduro, but that's the kind of mountain biking I like to do. Single track, beautiful, sexy, like mountains. I fucking ride in the Book Cliff Mountains down in Colorado. I ride Moab. I ride where else? Southern Utah, not Moab, but the other one. I forget what that place is called. Anyways, that's my kind of riding style. Now, I'm not a road biker, so I'm like, a lot of guys get enjoyment in just road biking. I understand the concept. I've ridden in pack. I've pack roaded before, but I'm not good at it. I enjoy watching Tour de France, but I will never be that guy. Downhill biking is crazy as fuck. I got a great one of my close friends is a professional downhill rider from Park City, Utah, and I don't know how he does it. It's fucking crazy. I can't do it. I can't. To know, dude, these guys wear like what dirt bike riders wear. They have like body armor. They get spinal cord protection. They got all kinds of wild ass shit. They look like a dirt bike rider, downhill riders, but it's insane. Like you get killed easily downhill riding, easily. Well, shit. If you do the right single track, it's dangerous as fuck too. You do some single track out in like Moab, super sketchy. Like you just look down the sides of these trails and it's like 600-foot drop straight down. You got a trail that's like 12 inches wide. Get my liker on. Well, that's the other thing. So NorCal Joe just said something. Come on, Cap, get your liker on. If you do come on this ride with me, I will be dressed like super trash. I will have a banana hammock on. I will have liker on. I will have like the full one-piece fucking suit, and it's gonna be ugly. Uh, I'll have my butt pads on and my butt lube on, and I'll be lubing up the butthole and all that stuff. I'm gonna go full bike. I'm gonna go full dork. I'm gonna look like an idiot. So I'll make that channel right now. If you are interested in that ride, I am bringing an RV. I don't know that I'll sleep in it, but hopefully there'll be a shower and electricity if you need to charge your bikes, generator, all that kind of stuff. And I'll sleep outside with you if you want. If you want to go cheap, if you like, just get you can either. So there's two ways to go. I'm still watching this over here. There's two ways to do it. I don't recommend being a bandit, but you can. A ton of that race is bandits. Sometimes they admit it, and sometimes they don't. But like about 30% of that that ride are bandits. That means you don't pay anything, and they don't know that you're there, right? Look at that nice support forming right here on Bookmap. So should I just buy this shit or no? I should just buy this shit. I'm so teased right now. Take risk. So anyways, you can go bandit. If you don't go bandit, that's very cheap relatively to get a pass or become a certified rider or whatever. But then from there, it can get very expensive, and that's the issue, right? If you pay for like a sag wagon to bring your gear, that kind of stuff, that gets pricey. So if you ever want to meet up there, like drive your car there or fly in and throw your shit inside the RV. If I have the room, you can put it in there. And if you want to go cheap, you can. And you go from town to town and you do some crazy stuff, right? You go to a town, they have music. They got like super slides and backyard slippery slides. And they got, pet the animals and big bands and dancing. If you take an electric bike, it's like riding a motorcycle, dude. It's so easy. It's too easy. Gap to fill up here. You can see this right here. See the little mini gap right here. See that little mini gap that needs to be filled. See if you can catch that fill. It's right here. Here's the gap. See if we can get that gap fill up top. See what happens here on this test of the 1-minute trigger. So if you want to go, I'm totally down. I'm an easy person to get along with in real life. I don't know how you know me here on the stream, but in real life, I like to have a good time. So if you want to like go do a bike ride with me, I'm a pretty easy guy to get along with. As long as you like to have fun. Nothing too crazy. I don't do anything illegal or anything like that. But you like to have a good time, go for a bike ride, look like a dork, and make friends and meet people from all over the world. It's a blast. Any of that kind of stuff like that's a blast. You make friends for life. And you'll see people that you know from other places. Like you'll be like, "Oh, dude, I met you once at this bike festival. Dude, I met you once over there. Dude, I met you at this other place." All those people show up. I'm gonna make the channel right now. Hold on a second. I'll make the channel right now. Let's see. Bork's gonna be mad at me. He's going to be like, what is this guy doing? Let me see if I can make a channel here. Hold on. We got to have some fun out there, right? I'm going to mix this with a little bit of fun. Create a channel. Text. RAGBRAI. All right, here we go. Oh, shit. There he is. I'm in trouble. I'm in so much trouble. Bork's here. I'm doomed. I'm busted. It's going to be, oh, should I call it? Oh, butt grease and bikes. That's what I'm going to call it. That's even better. All right, RAGBRAI. Butt grease. Should we call it Team Butt Grease and Bikes? We'll call it that. Butt Grease. That'll be we didn't have a team name, so we got a team name now. Oh, and we have a sag wagon too. That's another thing for you. If you come with me, right? We will have our own sag wagon support. So we're gonna break the RV will follow. And if you're like, I can't do the rest of this trip, we'll pick you up and throw you in the RV. Hold on here. RAGBRAI, Grease, and what? Hold on, who said that? That's our team name now. Oh, hell yeah, Andrea. It's a blast, dude. It's a blast. I wish you were here, man, in the U.S. What was the name? Somebody retype that name into the chat. What is it called? Butt Grease and Bikes? All right, there we go. RAGBRAI. It's a private channel. Next. Mentor, moderator, support staff, coach, VIP, pro trader, supporter. Great channel. Sweet, I just made it. I'm going to have to change the title at some point with some cool stuff, but I just made the channel. I'm going to make my first post there right now. Hey, everyone. If anyone is interested in joining me at RAGBRAI this summer, we can begin meeting here. I don't know if anyone seriously will do that with me. I'm going to give you guys we'll talk about it in the Discord, but you can make it as easy as hard as you want to make it. Nice. Kalamoth. Bikes are for our life. Hell yeah, brother. Well, I'm going to pin this tweet. Can I pin this tweet? Or not tweet. Can I pin this thing? More. How do I pin this thing? There it is. Pin message. Pin it. Hell yeah, we're pinning it. That right there. Bikes are life. Now, even if you're an old man, old woman, whatever you are, I don't care. I don't care who you are either. I don't talk politics. I don't talk religion. Sometimes I do, but not like in a combative way. Yeah, I don't care what you are, as long as you're there to have fun. As long as you're there to just enjoy yourself. That's how I live my life. I keep my politics inside my house. I just try to have an easy going life. If you met me on the street, I'm just there to have a good time. So, yeah, I don't do any of that stuff. Not really. I just try to have a good time in life. Keep that stuff. Let that stuff stay on the internet. All that kind of stuff. In real life, I don't care who you are. I don't care what you do. I'm just out there trying to have a good time. Oh, hell yeah. Easy going person. I live 30 minutes from Knoxville and 20 minutes from Ottawa. Load me up with you guys on either both stops. Hell yeah, Dan. Totally down with that. Totally down, Dan. That's another thing. If you live in Iowa, I will totally meet up with you to have a beer. We'll do whatever. It'll be a blast. I want to eat some corn. I want to eat pork chops. I want to do all that fun stuff. So, I don't know if you guys know what I mean by that, but if you guys want to eat pork chops, you guys want to eat some corn, whatever it is you want to do, I'm down. Oh, you are? Right on, Duke. Dude, Duke, make a post in there, man. And we'll talk. We'll meet up, dude. I'm totally down to meet up. Oh yeah, dude, Lake County, Illinois. That's close too. I'll be driving by there too. I'll be driving by there on my way to RAGBRAI. 7 days, 100 miles every day. Well, they say it's 100 miles every day, but it's not. There's like 80. Well, I guess you may ride 100 miles a day by like, I'm doing this and going there. It's like a lot of 50, 60 mile, no, a few 50, 60 mile days. Then there's like an 80 mile. There's 100, there's 100, there's 1 century for one day if you do a loop on a gravel road. I don't do that shit. So if you want to do it, you can, but I'm just there to have a blast. Oh, no kidding, Duke. That's awesome, man. Duke, was it a good time or what? You had last year was the 50th, right? 50th ride. Yeah, it's not 100. It's 100 miles one day, but you can choose to only do 50 of it. The other days are like 60, 70, 80. Yeah, it was the 50th last year. It was funny too because not funny, but last year people were like, "It's the 50th anniversary. Let's go do it." And it was like the hottest year on record. Then they had tornadoes at the end. They were like, people were taking shelter in a school. Yeah. That's right. State Fairgrounds. Absolutely. Ripping right now. No real resistance that I can see outside of this last little bar right here. Yeah, dude. So let's talk about electric bikes briefly. So I bought the Chinese motor and the Chinese battery from Alibaba, and it wasn't too bad. So a couple things on bikes here. You can rent bikes. The second thing on bikes, you can get like an old beat up. There's like two choices here. If you do an electric bike, you can get an old school road bike for like $50 on Facebook Marketplace. Put a motor on it, you're good to go. You're good to go. That's the easy way. You can rent an electric bike. That's the expensive way. There's another cool thing too. If you're like serious about it, Bikes Direct is like a Taiwanese bike manufacturer that makes bikes for famous bike companies, like high end shit, like 5, 6 grand, 10 grand, 15 grand bikes. They sell them for like $1,000. So you can get a road bike, I think, on Bikes Direct for like $300, $500, something like that. Get yourself a motor, and you rock and roll. If you look at the bikes on Bike Direct, they're exact copies. They're the same fucking bike as like Specialized, like exact same bike. Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah, dude. I love Bikes Direct. They make great fucking mountain bikes. Kick ass. It's in Iowa. It's a ride across Iowa. It's the longest bike ride across America. It's the biggest like organized bike ride in the United States. So I want to put it on my bucket list, be done with it, be like I did this. So yeah, I'm gonna do it I'm doing it this summer. Iowa. It's spelled RAGBRAI. And if you want to get involved, or if you want to at least find out something about it, there's a RAGBRAI community on Reddit, and there's even a larger community on Facebook. I'm not a Facebooker, but so they supposedly have a really large community on Facebook as well. Yeah, so this is another good one. So Brawl in the Mall is saying two very important things. One, make sure that you get sized. Even if you buy it off Facebook Marketplace, get yourself sized at a bike shop so that you know what size you need. And the second most important, third, well, you got 1, 2, and 3. Then 4 maybe. Correct size costs you nothing. Get yourself a used saddle. So that's your butt seat. And make sure it's of quality. Now, some saddles can be very expensive. So do some research. You can get quality saddle for cheap, or a used quality saddle, expensive saddle, really cheap. But your ass is like number 2, hands down. You do not want your ass to be hurting. Number 3 would be handlebars. For long rides, you will probably want multiple positions. And then the last part would be what? Some good chamois for your butt. Again, back to your butt. Yep, that's right. Des Moines Register. That's right. Registers RAGBRAI. You already have an expensive hobby. What is that, Binary Dragon? What is it? Yeah, good fit, definitely. The fit is key. Oh, that is expensive. That is expensive. You got your first telegraph, or your first telescope. It's not telegraph, telescope last fall. Where do you live? Well, you don't have to say this. You don't have to say exactly, but what state do you live in? Do you have dark sky where you live? Do you have sensitive bits? Oh, nice, dude. Hell yeah. Canada's got a bunch of dark sky, right? Are you up in Quebec? Or are you up in Montreal? Where you at? Sherbrooke? Newfoundland? Where you at? I used to date a girl up there. I dated a girl in Montreal for 3 years. Yeah, I see the rip too. I see the rip. Your target's right here, this green bar. This is where the SPOOs. Oh, we just closed the SPOOs gap right now. So the gap is now closed. I thought the gap was above. It's actually right here. I got that wrong. This is the gap. It's getting filled right now. Apologize for that. I thought it was higher. Gap is now filled on SPX on the intraday. I used to have a nice telescope when I lived out west. You go to like the New Mexico sky, it's like an upside down ocean. I don't have one here. And there's a big dark sky park, I guess, in Michigan. And I don't know a lot about Michigan. I don't know the 5-finger bullshit, but I don't understand it. But there's a dark sky park. I want to go. I haven't been. No, I see it right here. The gap is right here. It's already been closed. It's right here. See it? This is the gap I'm talking about, I should say. Then we have the bigger gap, and that's right up here. I don't see any gap here. That gap is closed. Calls were starting at 95 cents. They're now $1.25, $1.27. Just note here that this is where resistance is. We should maybe make that yellow, not green. A little bit of resistance, not big, but a little bit of resistance. Let's see what happens here. I'm going to remove the pivots for the moment so that you can see where the hourly trigger is. That's the target on the upside. Or maybe you mean this gap right here, right? You're talking about this gap? All that bullshit there, all that scam dump. Yeah, I guess you could call that a gap. I would too. I'd call that a gap. You're right. $5.11's now trading $1.40 right now. They were at 95 cents, so they're up 50% right now. I'm not on them. I didn't take the trade, so. $1.48 on that trade right now. 95 cents to $1.48. I didn't take it. I'm looking for a little back test here. See if I can jump on this trade with you in just a minute. Oh yeah, I think we can go to 518 today. What bears are looking for here? Turkey Nugget just asked a question. If you're a bear, and on the Discord this morning, I mentioned it to somebody else. I said, if you're a bull, You want price. Hold on, we're gonna do this like this. It's a good learning lesson right now. Trigger screen. Okay, good learning. I got a learning lesson for you. Okay. So on this hourly trigger right here, right? Hold on. Let me show you this. This is a good lesson right here. So on this hourly trigger, there's two things I want you to know. The more time we spend underneath it, the more bearish it becomes. And sustained bearishness. Sustained. The faster that we go underneath it, more violent it is, the higher probability that we come straight back up. Okay? So those are some key points. That is for the upside too. So let's say we come up here, right? And we squeeze. I would expect price to immediately drop straight back down. Okay? I prefer to come up, consolidate for 3 hours. That's wrong. And this would become a sustained move higher. Make sense? Hopefully it does. So I do expect this to come up. No matter what this overreaching thing is, I expect this to come back. I do expect it to come back all up to the hourly trigger. Okay? It's not all the time, but I expect it. Okay? It's like 70% of the time. It's pretty high. Now, regardless if you're a bear or a bull, what a bull here in this particular case does not want to see is we come back and we reject. If you see that, it is very bearish. Very bearish. In the Discord this morning, I was asked a question, and I said, someone said to me this morning, are we buying calls? And I said, do we have price, 1 minute, 5 minutes, and hourly trigger? And then I said, and also, have we back-checked it yet? And we didn't have any of those conditions. So I was like, well, without those conditions, we can't take a fucking call. And the same thing applies here for the bears. They want to get a rejection, a confirmation trade to the downside. And the same would hold true for the bulls. So if we squeeze up here, the initial squeeze is not the trade. It's that second consolidation. When you start coming up here, it's proving to you that we're going higher, that the strength is here for the upside move. This is where your percentages get better and better and better. And you get a sustained move. Like you're talking like 1 to 5 days of a sustained move here. And so the same thing applies for the downside. There's no difference here. It's the same whether you're a bull or a bear. So if you're a bull or a bear, you're watching for whatever this turns into. Even if we go up right now, which I'm going to hold on. Clear this fucking trade. Dude, I'm having severe problems here with trade. I can't take a trade right now. My tasty is fucked up. I got a frozen tasty trade. I still have I'm sorry, I can't take a trade with you guys. All right, so I'm having problems this morning. All right, I'm in. I'm in. Well, I'm not in, but I got. All right. I may not be trading today. I need to find a new broker. All right, so if I was to take a trade right now, I'm going to show you what that trade is. I'm looking for the back test check on a cross for a bull trade right here. I'm going to draw this out better for you. Hold on. See, can't fucking win. It's like right there. Right there. There would be my trade. I'm not trading right now. I've got Tasty Trade is like not like my one click will work and then 4 or 5 clicks don't work. So whatever. Let me go over here. So I trade 0 dates sometimes with risk, but just not a ton. Like it's not a ton of money. So I'm missing some of you guys are right in there. Is this screen freezing on you or no? A trades, B trades, solves all that confusion. No, I tell you guys in every trade. So let me draw it up. I'll make it really simple for you. You guys want it? We'll do it right now. Because I say it every day. So Turkey's saying there's some confusion here. I'll just draw it out for you. Make it simple. Snap this at home, okay? Make this really simple. How do I do this? Like this. Just like this. Let's go to the trigger screen right here. Maybe I gotta snip this myself. Hold on. Right there. Real simple. I thought I have educational videos in this. Maybe I need to make this educational video. There we go. Tick, 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 tick. Tick, 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 tick. Tick, 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 tick. Tick, 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 tick. Make this really simple. Tick, 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 right there. Tick. Tick, 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 tick. Ready? Right there. It's a good day to just OPEX. Ready? D N F. Right there. Right there. D N F. Right there. D N F. Right there. Now, why do I say D and F? That's do not follow. Okay? So if you ever see me take a trade right here, let's say I take 10 contracts at 10 cents. That's $100, right? What do you think $100 is to me? It's probably different than what it is for you. So if you have a job that pays $1,000 a week and you're trading 10% of your account, right here, You have no business in here. Why is that? This trade to turn to the upside has about a 15% win rate right there. This trade right here to continue up. We're talking about taking this trade to get to up here, okay? 15%. You'll see some people trade this and leave the trade. So they'll start the trade right here and they'll exit right here. They'll do it on futures too. They'll take just that part of the trade. Does that make sense? So if you're watching me on stream, and I do this on stream and I don't tell you, and why don't I tell you that I'm taking that trade? Because by the time I look at the strike, by the time I tell you, by the time you're copy trading me, I'm in and I'm out and you're just taking the trade. So I stopped doing that. I used to do that on the show. And you guys would stay long and get blown out. So now I don't tell you about that trade. This one right here is about 30%. We had problems with people copy trading me. That right there. And that trade is only good for wherever the prior high or prior like a you'll see like a nub right. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on here. Usually this is like a point of interest right here. Right? So this one right here is about a 30% win rate, 15% win rate for this conclusion up here. This is a do not follow. That one has about a 45% win rate. Maybe even 60. I'd give this one about a 60%. You could possibly assign about a 60% win rate here. Now, this one right here has a probability of about 70. Ready for this? 90% win rate. I guess that zero sucks right there. Should be larger. Okay? So if you're trying to or attempting, which you shouldn't be anyways, let me say that again very clearly. You should not ever be trying to copy trade me. You do not ever take my trades. I already know that. I already know that you don't ever follow me in all my trades, right? I already know what you do out there. You take the trades that you're like, I'm going to make $1 million today. And then you're like, Cap, I'm not doing that trade with you. Cap, I'll jump on it at the top, right? So there's all those issues. Then there's the timing that's an issue. So if you're watching me on stream, and then there's another issue. How much are you putting in? Are you trading 50,000? Probably not. Are you trading 5,000? Probably not. Are you trading 1,000? Probably not. $100? I don't know. Trading 100,000? I don't know. I don't know what you're trading with me. I know for a fucking fact that on Wednesday, that probably 80% of you did not follow me down. And I know for a fact 80% of you didn't follow me up into the close on Wednesday. And I know that for a fact that a ton of you said, I'm taking the money here. I know for a fact some of you took it after we got above the hourly trigger. So all of you out there have your own trade plans is the point that I'm making. And all of you out there need to manage your own risk. So here, you can snip this at home. I want you to snip this at home and watch this. So right here, if you were ever going to follow me in a trade, where do you think the best chance of you following that trade is? Right here, right? And why is that? You've got the initial roll here. You've got the confirmation of the cross right here, and you've beaten your prior high. Once you've beaten your prior high, any pullback, and this is trend day, right? This could last all day long, right? You would take that trade right here. Does that make sense? A stylus. I need a stylus. That's true. Let me clean this up a little bit because this is an important lesson here. Hold on here. So if you are, I shouldn't say this because it can get me in trouble. I don't think you should ever follow any of my trades. And you don't take trades with me. You guys don't trade futures with me in the overnight. You guys don't always trade. I'm not here sometimes when I close a trade in the morning. You guys aren't here with me at 4:15 if I put a trade on overnight. Sometimes I'll tell you, hey, I put on some overnight calls or something like that if I'm not on stream. But you guys need your, number one, you take your own trades, always. Number two, though, if you are going to take a trade with me, I say this all the time, but I don't always get to show you. When I say, yeah, I'm not going to do this, or oh, yeah, I'm not going to do that. You are going to see some of these trades. You'll see somebody say to you something like, you get an orange or something. Do a yellow. You'll see people enter trades on the show, right here. They'll enter here, stay long, and all of this will happen, and they'll be screaming, woohoo, I made all this money. If it fails here and goes down, they disappear. Does that make sense? So they'll say to you this here, this is awesome. And then if it goes against them because they have low percentage wins, right, they'll disappear. Or they'll say, oh, Cap, I got fucked up. I'm burning. So if you're ever going to follow me in a trade here, ever. So if you see me take a risk, you'll hear me in stream say to you, I'm taking calls right here, but I don't trust what's going to happen. Do not follow me on that trade. Does that make sense? If you were ever going to even consider following me on a trade, your entry is here. And I'm going to make one big statement here right now, okay? If you follow me or try to copy trade me, which I do not recommend that you do, this would be the place right here. Now, I realize you guys are hearing while this is happening, you guys are hearing people in the chat screaming and yelling, and they're making money, and everything is awesome. And so you get excited, and you jump in, and you roll yourself down over here. So right here is where you take that trade. Does that work or no? No, that's why I'm writing it, Turkey. I got you, brother. That's why we're here. This needs to be said, right? I think it needs to be said. So like right here, hold on. I'm not joking around there. I mean, clip this at home. Like literally clip this right here. I'm going to clip it myself. I'm going to fucking post this shit right inside the fucking Discord. This is important. Hold on a second here. I'm with you, Turkey. 100%, brother. Hold on there. I clip that right there. You know what I'll do? I'm not going to post this in the Discord. I'm looking at it right now. I'm like, I'm not posting this shit. So right here. And look what happened right here. Let's see what happened right here. Right? Right here. Right here. Right? Launch right there, right? You see it? Are you above the cross? Now let's look at this right here. I want you to look at this. I'm going to leave this right here. I want you to look at this. I'm going to bring this back up for you. I bring that up for you? Hold on a second. I'm going to put that right there. Now, I wasn't looking at that chart. I couldn't see it. It was hidden. So right here. Make that smaller. Right there. Now, let's examine this right here. Where are we in this chart right here? Do you know? Someone in the chat tell me where we are in this chart. Are we... We're right here, right? Watch my cursor. Oh, shit. God damn it. No. There. I guess I got to put this away. Hold on here. God, hold on a second. Sorry about that. Give me a second. How do I paint this thing? Hold on a second here. Come on now. Come on now. Right there. Let me mute this. I'm going to mute this just briefly for a second. Where's the chat? Get rid of that. All right, so right here. Where are we in the course of this chat right here? So we are right here, aren't we? Right? You see how you've got a 15% chance of a winner here, right? Right here, you have a 30% chance on the rip right here, right? And what's happening right now? Do we have the cross yet? No. So that's a 30% winner right here, isn't it? That's a 30% winner right here. Now, for me personally, I'm going to tell you that that's a liquidation break. But, so when I'm on stream and I say to you, hey, I'm going to set a trade up right there. And we're like right about here. I'm going to set a trade up right in here. What am I looking for to enter that trade? This one right here. Right? Or this one right here. So are we there right now? No, are we? We're not there right now, are we? So let's see how this trade plays itself out. So what are you looking for? Because we're not there yet. I think this actually recovers, but you're looking for to beat this prior high right here, right? We haven't done that yet, have we? Remember I talked about that just a minute ago? You want to see the breaking of the prior high and then breaking this one right here, right? And you take that one long. But, of course, if I'm taking risk here, or if I'm taking risk here, right? If I'm taking risk right here, unknown buyers, you have to get out. You have to get out. And then if you're taking this long for this and you get trapped, what are you doing here? Talk about this all the time too, right? You took this one. This has a 30% chance of a win, right? If this blasts down on you, what do I say to you in the show? If it goes against you, what do I say to you? If your stops are here, you execute the stop up here, right? And then you reposition yourself, whether we go higher or roll down, for either a short or an upside move. Does that make sense? Let me go back, maybe open up the chat again. So not open, but let me get the chat going so I can read what you guys are saying. Is the chat up? Sorry about that. Let me get some water in me. Oh, shit. Say something in the chat so I can get the chat rolling here. There we go. All right, I can see you. That's good. That's good. Something. That's good. That's good. It's going. Okay, so dissecting that. Is any of that clear or unclear? It's the first question. Second question is, the second question would be, or do you want me to, I just clipped it, I'm going to save it. And what I'll do is I'll make it cleaner. I'll make it look better. on YouTube, I have a video about this. Yeah, so I have a video about this on YouTube where you can watch it right through step by step. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. Let me just save this really quick. Because I'll post this chart or pin it in the Discord. Okay, so that's clear. So, and this is going to be the last part of this conversation. And this is the most important part of this conversation. This is the critical part. I think maybe this is what Turkey McNugget is getting to. When you are watching these trades, right, you are assuming that risk. You are assuming the risk of a 15% chance of a win. So if you're going in with 10 contracts, I don't know what that 10 contracts is for you. Is it 0.1% of your account? Is it 0.5? Are you adding as we go up? We're in a trend day, and we're going all the way up and up and up, and you're adding like hundreds of contracts. You're making 20 grand, 30 grand, 50 grand. Or are you doubling down? Are you making 50,000 on a Wednesday and then coming back and trading $300? Or are you taking that 50 grand and going in 100 grand? I don't know what you're doing. So I don't know what to say to that. Cool. I will make a post in Discord today. Let me write this shit down. I will make a post in Discord today with that. Now, I want to show you guys one other thing. This is the last one. Why not just take the 70% trades on stream? I do. I take them on stream all the time. I took them on Wednesday. I took 2 big ones, and you guys didn't, or some of you followed, but some of you didn't. Is it dumb? Okay, so here's another good question. James Valdez is asking a question that's very important. You can actually buy, I don't know how much money you guys have. So James Valdez, if you have money, if you have actual money, right, the better way to trade this would be to buy SPY. You actually buy the SPY. Are you ready? I'll show you the best way to trade this. You want to know the best way to trade this? The best way to trade this system is you buy the SPY right here. You literally buy 100 contracts. You never sell those contracts. You understand that? You never sell them. And you short every time you're underneath the 5-minute trigger. You close your short and you buy more SPY contracts right there. But I don't know what your account size is. So you would buy the SPY and then you short it. So, but I don't know, like a lot of you guys don't have that ability. And you can do this on every time frame. You can do this on, let me show you a different time frame here. So let me give you another one here. So let me give you an hour time frame. Dude, we're having some good fucking shit here. So let me show you a different time frame. Let's look at an hour time frame. It's a 1 hour time frame, right? It's a very similar thing, isn't it? So you've got the well, I'm gonna draw. I don't know. That's not gonna do it well. No, it doesn't work either. So if you're here to copy, trade, and make money and not learn how to trade, right? We can do something here if you want. We can make a vote of it. Because last night I made a market brief on the market brief last night. I told you in the market brief last night that next week we're going to switch to from 0 dates to a slower trade. So let me show you this here. So you've got the cross right here. Do you see it? You have the back test right here. Do you see it? And then you have sustained upward price movement. Do you see it? You get that right there? If this was a 1-minute chart, it would be the exact same structure. Does that make sense? Do you see how your win rate goes higher? So in last night's market brief, at the end of it, I said to traders, I said, next week in particular, we're going to switch to a slower trade. So next week, when we come into next week, right, we might take 1 or 2 trades, maybe 3, 4, maybe 3 or 4. But I doubt it. I think it's going to be like 1 or 2 trades next week. And in that market brief last night, I said to you, we're going to focus more next week on things that you're interested in, trading styles that you're interested in, all that kind of stuff. Tickers that I think I said ticker symbols and strategies that you're interested in. And I said in that market brief, you're going to be looking for outsized moves to trade. So for next week in particular, we're going to switch to a chart like this. And when we do, we'll put a trade on, right? We'll put a trade on. And we're just going to watch it for like a week, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. We're not going to trade intraday zero dates. And we're going to do two quick things when we do that, okay? It's going to be a fascinating experiment. We're going to put on a trade and watch it, right? Put the trade on, we're going to watch it, just do its thing. And then we're going to busy ourselves with other things. And I want to see what your thoughts are on that live stream. It's going to be all week long, and I want to see what your thoughts are on that live stream. And the reason for that is because this live stream in particular involves a lot of traders that don't trade all the time. And they come in and they go throughout the day. And so they're looking for, hey, I'm taking a long here, I'm taking a short here, just want to see what you guys are doing. And then they disappear. Poof. So next week, if you have the market brief, you can read it. It's at the bottom. We're gonna sit here next week, and I'm fascinated to see what the reaction is from the audience to that, because we're gonna be discussing a bunch of stuff that has nothing to do except for that trade. Does that make sense? Yeah. So Uncle JPJ is asking that if you're part of the Discord, or if you're member supporter, we're gonna place 1 or 2 trades next week. We're just gonna sit here and watch the trade work. That's it. That's all we're gonna do. We're just gonna sit in it all week long, and then we're just gonna talk about a bunch of other shit. And I'm interested to see how it goes, because I'm not positive how it goes. I think a bunch of people are gonna show up and be like, "What the fuck are you guys doing in here?" We're just gonna watch this trade go. Are you going to post a live price of said trade? I remember you wanted to do that with long spread strategies. Yeah, I was advised not to do it. I was told that I could be held liable for financial advice. I was told not to do that program. I was advised by my attorneys not to do that on public with you. Yeah, like a family, absolutely. Hold on here. Oh, wait a minute. I was advised not to. And do you know the reason why? Because you'll say, Captain Jim James told me to do this. How can I access the Discord? Okay, so Discord. Let's go back over here. Let's go to a 1 minute chart. And here's the other thing. I should have I'll put this on the post. So when I draw these out for you, so see this right here? When I draw these out for you, do you know why I draw these out for you? I said this earlier in the week too, but we're gonna highlight it briefly right now. So this is not a projection. This is, are we breaking above or below resistance? So when see this right here? And when I put this up here, why am I putting this up here? Do you know why? I want to see if price goes there to indicate to me if we're strong or not. So if we fail this, or do we go above it? And both tell me a piece of information. Are the buyers strong or are the buyers weak? If the buyers are strong, you will take out this prior point, this pivot point right here. If they're strong, you'll go above it, and you know that next trade is going to be powerful. These buyers right here have lots of strength. Does that make sense? And then you take that trade, and boom, you're off and running. So are buyers strong here right now or not, right? I thought we were coming back up, right? I said to you, I think this is going to give us a way to go up. It didn't. But what else did this offer for you? A way out. So if you're buying this dip on a 30% win, and we go down, and we come back up before we start heading down, you even have an easy exit right here. Do you see that? There's like an exit for you right there. Go up here, down, and I think we're going to go like this, straight down there. Right there. Let's watch that right there. It's helping you to see them as a probability and not direct projection. Yeah, what I'm trying to do for you is give you in my brain what I'm seeing. So when I trade, I don't actually draw this shit. I just look at it and go, I got a fucking 30% chance of winning this fucking trade. I got a 15% chance of winning this trade. I got a 70% chance of winning this trade. If I put 10 contracts on at 10% or 10% win, starts turning up, I'll put 20 contracts on. If it turns into 45%, I'll put 30 contracts on. If it turns into a 70% win rate, I'm over here fucking hammering the buy button. 300 contracts. Let's do it. And as we begin to roll, the same thing. Start taking the contracts off, and then I start to deleverage myself to runners. Am I buying puts on this next confirmation of retest one? No, my account is down right now. I tried to buy calls or set up calls, and I can't even set them up. My Tasty Works is not working. I've reset it twice now at this point. Need to close on Tesla over 163 and could get a $3 $70 pump. Let me try to reset my thing. Hold on a second. I'll take a trade with you. Hold on. I want to take a trade today, so one quick second here. All right, let's watch this. It is working now, so give me a second. I got a trade set up right now to take this one right here. $5.08p. See, you guys are like talking me into fucking doing this with you fucking live. So I got it's 5.08p set up. The trade has not been executed yet. Can't believe I'm not supposed to be doing this stuff. I'm looking for a green bar right here. I'm trying to get this out to you before you guys hear it from the YouTube. I'm looking for a green bar right here. I'm looking for a red bar right there. To execute right here. Okay? So let's watch this and see if I can take this trade. Let's see what happens here. Which probability trade is this? That's another good question. Let's do this here, right? I think you guys get this or you don't get this. Hold on a second here. Let me go to the trigger screen. Okay, we're gonna do something else here really quick. Ready? Remove 6 drawings. We're gonna turn this chart upside down. I think. Let me see if I can do. I don't know if I can do this. I'm gonna give me a second here. This is another good question, believe it or not. Transform. Flip vertical. Oh, shit. There we go. I'm the wrong fucking thing here. Nope. Hold on. You guys are fucking bulls, dude. Flip. There we go. Awesome. This is going to be weird for you. Oh, man. Hold on here. Going the wrong way with it. Right there. Sorry about that. Okay. If you're a bull, if you are a bull, what does this look like to you? What does this look like to you if you're a bull? Oh, shit, the fucking chat's not on. I got the chat back on again. What does this look like to you? This is where we are right now, by the way. This is a flipped upside down chart. Let me know in the chat. That looks bullish, right? Okay, so what are you looking for to take along here? There's a few things I can show you about this. Bear with me because it's upside down. Okay, so it's right side up. It's right side up in my face right now, even though it's upside down on your screen. So I'm trying to do this in reverse with my eyes. So bear with me. Please bear with me on this. Okay, you've got the initial squeeze up. Initial squeeze up, right? Oh, I can't believe I'm doing this right now. Initial squeeze up. You got the pullback right here. Fuck, this is going to be so fucked up. Right? You've got the, you got the, God damn it. You got that going on right there, but hold on here. Down here was the trade, right? You got the pump, the back test, the pump above the hourly trigger, the confirmation on the hourly trigger, and then the explosive move to the upside, right? Whoop. Right? We have a back test now of the 5-minute trigger. Was the back test, the 5-minute trigger, successful? Yes. Right? So now, right? Hold on, it's so fucked up. So now we're coming back up, right? Whoop. Test the 1-minute trigger. Where would be the next place? Am I going? Yeah, I'm going the right way. The next thing that we're looking for is a trade down right here, right? A trade up right here, right? And then your explosive move to the downside. Okay. Does that work for you? Where is the most profitable part of this trade? Right there. Does that make sense to you? Oh, fuck, this is so weird. I'm like completely, my brain right now hurts. This is the most probable part of that trade right there. So if you're a bear, that's what you're looking for. So I'm going to flip this back upside down, okay? Give me a second. Dude, you guys are fucking savages. This hurts my brain right now because I'm looking at what you're seeing right in front of me on a monitor, and then I got my chart over here, and I'm like trying to go inverse. And my brain is hurting. I'm not shitting you. Hold on here. Hold on a second. Dude, what are you guys working me over on a Friday for? We should be doing this on a Saturday. We need to do this shit on a Saturday, not on a fucking... Hold on a second here. Oh, yeah, baby. All right. So, woof. Oh, no, shit. So let me draw this out for you right here more permanently. Right there. Right there. And what are you looking for here? You're looking for the new low, right? It's right there. So new low. Right? Do I have this? Am I fucked up my brain right now? I'm not sure. This move right here. Ah, oh, dude, I got rid of the fucking thing down below. Hold on a second here. God damn it. I deleted a bunch of shit to show this. Here would be your first target right here. Second target right there. That's probably like right there. Right there. All right, hold on. Let's go back to this. Let's watch this play out together. Oh, hold on. Well, let me make this one red. We'll put Doom on this one. Right there. And right there. We got the Binky, you need to make a note of this fucking video, dude. Let's see what happens. And where is the trade dead here? If this trade reverses, where is it? And this, you know what sucks about this too is this is bears. Like sellers don't get these moves like buyers do, or sustain moves like this. So where do sellers lose here, right? Because if we're looking at this from the perspective of a flattening out of the 1 in 5 minutes, it's like I'm actually kind of bullish here. Now, what do we need to know about this if we are bullish? Wait a minute. Hold on, I'm gonna get rid of this so you can see it. So see this prior high right here? So I can draw this out if I was gonna do risk management, right? I would go right from here. And I would say if we got a new high, right? Be looking for this, looking for that, and then that right there. And in my brain, I would be going whoop, right there. See it? Get the new high, back down. I'd be watching for this right here. Back up that way. And something like this right here. Now, that's kind of fucked up looking, but you get the gist. Does that make sense? So my stops are going to be, so if I think about that in my brain, right? If I think about my brain, I'm going to write, in my brain, I'm going to say my stops are right here. Stops on being short right here. I'm going to execute the stop, though. Right here. So your stop's right here. If it goes against you, execute the stop right here. You got it? This right here. And so you can see it. So there we go, right there. Let's see what happens. You might get one more tick up here. You might move up. I missed this one right here. You might get one more here. Just like that. Is Tesla ramping right now? I will not. I'm not. I wasn't reading. Oops, sorry about that. Tesla blooding right now. We're not above the hourly trigger. No trade on Tesla. New low right now on SPY. New low on SPOOs. Trading 36 cents right now. Yeah, I'm long right now, 508 Ps. So 508P. Trading 37 right now, 38. Trading 39.40 right now. Trading 40 right now. HYG turning up here. Make sure you raise your stops if you're at home. I've got a stop on 32, which I don't like telling you, but I will. Stop on 32 cents. I'm trading 37 right now. Google coming in to test its daily trigger. Tesla trying to fight to get above its hourly trigger. NVDA holding nicely right now. IWM on its daily trigger. XBI below its daily trigger. BA turn. Hey, heads up. BA looking for a turn to the upside. If you want to get long on BA, it looks good. I'm up 2 right, or nope. I'm up 7 right now. I've got a stop on 32. SQ trying to make a turn to the upside. Keep your eyes on SQ, by the way. SQ and BA look great. We still have the gap to fill down below here on SPY. And they're closing this prior gap right here. Keep your eyes on this one. I'm going to watch SPX here. Trading 39 and 40 right now. I've got a sell order in for 50 cents. It's a 40% win if we blast down. Trading 41 right now. And I'll retake the trade with you again here. Still trading 41 right now. We're looking for a blast down to touch the yellow box down below. Trading 43 right now. Can't believe I'm doing this with you. Is this like step by step? I already know they don't pay. I just want to buy some fucking calls here. I already know they suck. I don't even know why people do it. Trading 44 and 45 right now. Just went through all this for like fucking 10, 15 pennies. Trading 42 right now. Hey, where is Turkey McNugget? Where's Jimmy Berry? Trading 45 right now. And I really want to buy some calls, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I want to be set up for calls right now so bad. Trading 45 right now. And you're still getting lost. Oh, fuck. Stick around. Trading 43 right now. If you are a bear, remember, if you're a bear, you don't want to see the failure here. Okay. You don't want to see the failure to get this. You need to get this. If you're a bear, you want to see that slam and that new low for this to happen. If there's a failure, see this failure right here? This is not good. I'm just going to warn you here. This is not good. So if you want to exit, you can before you lose any money. I'm still long puts here because I'm going to wait for this myself for my own risk tolerance. I'm waiting for that 1 minute trigger. But this is not good. I don't like seeing this green bar. I want to see a red bar. I want to see a new low right here. This is what I want to see. And the reason I want to see that new low is because I don't care if we don't continue down here. I only care about that because it shows weakness by bulls. And it actually corresponds to the bloodbath down here. Oftentimes in stream, you'll hear me say, you got one chance, bears. You got two chances, bears. You get three chances, bears. No more chances. And when I'm saying that, it's like fucking gem speak. Like, you know, gem out there? It's like my own language for saying, because I can see here that buyers are stepping in right now. You see them? They're right here. Buyers are stepping in right now. So I don't like seeing that. I want to see that new low. So if this was an upside down chart, a bull chart, I would tell you, what the fuck is this? I would say, I want a new fucking high right now. So I'd be telling you, we're not going up anymore. So let's look at this and see how this plays out. Oh, I'm still pretty good here though. We're at 39 cents right now, so I'm pretty happy. So if this chart was upside down, I would say to you, if this was upside down right now, I would say to you as a bull, I'd be like, your fucking bulls can't put it together. Is what I would say to you. I'm still pretty green here, so I'm okay. But I bet I'm going to bet to you that I get stopped out here. Almost sure I get stopped out here. Hold on a second. I think I get stopped out here. Trading 36 cents now. I got to stop at 32. They're going to take it from me. I guarantee it. Almost a guaranteed right now they're going to take it from me. Look at the fucking bulls are like, yeah, we're turning around. Don't worry, I'll switch bull with you too in just a minute. Come on, baby, give me a print. Just blast it down. I sound like a bear now. Send it to fucking Mount Doom. One big red bar. If I get a big red bar, though, I'm going to be fucking stoked. Still inputs here. Come on, bears. Give me the fucking down move, bears. Turkey McNugget, get out there and start screaming for me so I get some fucking money. Come on, Turkey, give me some fucking money, bro. Oh, wait, Chase should be fine. Chase should be able to speak now if he wants. Still long puts here. And down, you can see that. The gap fill is right down here. Come on, bears. No, I like Chase. Oh, you had to go to work? That sucks. I know whenever I play the music, it's always at the end, isn't it? Let me set the bear music up. I'm not going to play it yet, okay? I promise I won't play it yet. Oh, where's the bear music? Or where's the fucking bear music at? All right, I'm not gonna play it. I promise. I gotta watch this shit because I'm gonna get fucking run over here. Where's the fucking song? Oh. I could put this up. Oh, wait a minute. I might have some I might actually have some bear music here. Oh, there it is. There it is. I got it. Okay, so ready? Sellers are weak here. Just a heads up. Sellers are weak here. We are looking to turn this around right now and start to go up. I'm likely going to get stopped out here in a few moments unless the bears can pull some magic out of their asses. They're getting a failure to get a new low currently. I would really like to see that gap get filled down there so that we can go higher. But I'm not seeing it as of now. If you are short the market, make sure that you have stops on your trade to the downside. I'm going to show a bear how to make money. I'm going to show a bear how not to lose any more money. So right now, we are looking for an upside move to the upside. Make sure you have stops if you're in puts. Trading 38 right now on a 30-cent trade. Looking for like 50 cents. If I can get 50 cents, I'll be happy. There's likely a stop above here at some point. If you want to see where it is, it's likely right here. But make sure that you have a way to get out of your trade if they do reverse it to the upside. I got the bear music queued up right now. I will play the bear music if we begin to go higher so that you can at least enjoy the jams, because I understand you want to enjoy the jams and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I was thinking that too. We could shop here. Yeah, I'm looking for a check back on it. I'm still long puts here, so I haven't sold puts. I'm still in them. I'm in fucking 508 Ps. 508P. Fuck it. Let's just start playing the music. Hold on 1 second here. Come on, Bears. I'm going to try to get the Bears going. We'll give some reverse blood. So terrible. It's so terrible. We'll turn it down a little bit. I don't think they're getting this. I think we're going to get stopped out here. But we'll put it up on the screen for Bears. That's right. Play your bear jams, baby. Fucking savages. You got about half the song left, Bears. Trading 41 cents right now on 508P. I've raised my target price to the downside to 60 cents from 50 cents. I've got to stop at 30 cents. Almost there. Oh, there you go, Bears. I have more bear music. Hold on, let me see if I have any more. I think this one might be bear music, but I'm not positive. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Dude, that's all bear. I feel like Elon Musk right now. With his like popped collar. We're going to start this song over right now. I got Elon Musk up down below. So Twitter banned this photo if you didn't know. So terrible. He doesn't like it. If you post that on Twitter, you will be banned. Well, if you have enough followers, you'll get banned. Trading 39 right now. Where's Joe Donut right now? This is not bearish, just so you know. This is not a good look for bears. Last chance here for bears. This is last candle for bears. Last candle. One last chance right now. Last chance, bears. Last candle. Trading 41 right now. That candle was good. That was progress. Come on, bears. You can do it. That was a good candle. I like that candle. It was good. That fucking song is terrible with him on. Come on, bears! All right, that's all I got for that music. I don't know if I have any more bear music. I'll try to put it back up. I'm going to take off Elon Musk right now, but if you guys don't know that, do not post that picture. Do not post that picture on your Twitter feeds. He does not like it. He is not a fan of that. It was banned from Twitter or X when he became the owner of X. Do not post that shit on Twitter. Don't do it. These were pretty constructive candles right here. I like watching that. That looks pretty good. That all looks good. We'll see what happens here. I'm still long puts right now. I'm bored sitting in puts. And to be honest, I want to be a fucking buyer of dips down here. But I am long puts right now. I'm long 508 Ps. I've got a stop at 30 cents. I had a stop at 50, but I raised it to 60 cents. If we can blast down here, maybe I can make some money and get out really quick. If you're going to sell your puts, be very careful. Puts tend to move really fast. So that the downside, you'll see a big fast red bar. Calls move slowly. Puts move really fast. So on puts, I always prefer to have a sell stop on the bottom and then a top stop on the top. So you get an actual fill. And if you don't do that, you can always do a market order and you'll get an automatic fill on 0 dates. I love Vixpiration. Vixpiration is one of my favorite trades. I make a lot of money usually on that. Well, the day before Vixpiration, I usually make some decent money. Vixpiration is a good bull trade. Super good bull trade. You usually get a ramp. That's one of my favorite trades out there. Okay, so we're sitting here right now doing nothing. I'm looking for a retest of the prior low from this morning at minimum. If we're able to break below that, it's right over here. This is the break line right here. If we can get below that tick right there, if you can get below that tick right here, we should go straight down and close that gap to the downside. So we'll see what happens. I'm just sitting here fucking around doing nothing. Trading 47 cents. So if you want to copy trade me, you've got 3 more cents to copy trade me. You should be managing your own risk here. Don't be picking 60 cents with CaptainJimJames. You pick what you want to. You should be making money at this point today with me. So there we go, right there. Oh, fucking bears, man. What are my thoughts on commodities catching a bid? Which ones do you mean? You mean like the crank that gold did? Are you talking about Dr. Copper? Which commodities do you mean? Are you talking about how gold rolled over, hit an all-time high, and then rolled over? Explain to me which one you mean. Copper and gold and copper. Yeah. Do you want me to chart it out for you? We can do that if you want. Let me do it. Give me a second here. Give me one quick second. Let's do it right now. Oh. Fucking Neck is hurting like a motherfucker. Trading 50 cents right now. 50 cents on 508p. Trading 52 cents right now on I can't do them all. Next week, we're going to do them together, okay? I promise. Dude, cocoa, beet, what are you guys doing? Bitcoin, soybeans, metals, wheat. What are you guys? You guys are. Oh. You mean, you don't want orange juice from Florida? Trading 51 cents right now for anybody that's on 508p. 508p. Is anybody on that fucking trade with me? Please tell me that you're following me. I just spent an hour and a half explaining this shit to you. Nobody. Nobody's on this fucking trade with me. Dude, what do you guys do? Do you guys take the trade after? Trading 55 cents right now on a 30-cent trade. Trading 57 cents right now. Should I take my sell stop off at 60 and let it ride? Trading 58 right now. Noob's like, what the fuck is going on with these guys? They're all counter trading you, Cap. There we go. We got somebody here. You can't take it to the caller until the 30th, I don't think. On my view, I don't think that you do. Oh, watch out here. Be careful. Be very careful. This is the low. I want you to be careful there. See this right here? I'm going to snap this here for you. You're going to get a reaction here, just so you know. Right here, you're going to get a reaction, okay? Regardless, you're going to get a reaction. Trading 58 right now. Ah, fuck it. I'm going to take my stops off. Hold on a second here. Trading 55 right now. I'm going to fucking do this bullshit. Just note that we are exactly where known buyers were the last time. Be very, very careful here. Very, very careful. Known buyers, so be very, very careful here if you are a bear. Trading 55 right now. Now, if you were watching me on stream, I would tell you, take your money and run. Take your money and run. Trading 51 right now. Are you green today, Billy Ray? Yeah, so on the market brief last night, the recommendation was to buy VIX puts, but not puts on SPY. Run the VIX up into not Friday. Run the VIX up into Monday or Tuesday or somewhere in there, Wednesday, I think, and then you cut those calls on VIX loose and let it run into the weekend. VIX calls are the trade into next week. still long puts here. I'll do gold for you here in just a moment. Whoever is asking for gold, I'll do it here in just a moment for you. I got to monitor what I'm doing here. But I will chart gold for you in just a moment. Let me bring it up on a chart down here. I like SQ. I like BA and Google. Q's, IWM. Tesla. We're going to switch this one to gold. I have hand stops on my calls right now, so calls puts right now. So do not follow me on a stop. You should keep a stop for yourself for your own profit. So I'm kind of living dangerously here on puts. Okay, so we've got gold right now trading $29.95. Trading 64.66 cents. I'm up 100% right now. Watch out for a squeeze here. Do you see the writing right here? You kind of catch a squeeze here. Trading 64 cents right now. Selling 61. Flat. Okay, so I'm flat right now, right here, okay? So what I'm going to be looking for next is this trade right here. Do you see that trade right there? So be careful of a squeeze either to this 1-minute trigger or this 5-minute trigger. So I might take another trade here. We could blood it straight down here, just a quick bloodbath, but I am flat. I don't want to lose my money. I just took a 100% trade with you. There's your 100% trade today. Nice and slow, well explained. We could blast straight down, but I don't want to get caught in this bullshit here. If we do squeeze up and reject, I will jump in puts again with you right here. Understood? I'm losing my fucking voice again. So watch the trade right here. Now we could blast straight down. There could be like a bloodbath down here. Now, if we do blood this down right now, right, I'm going to switch to calls. So I'm looking for calls here if we blood straight down. And I'll take calls with you. And if we go up and down, I will take some puts with you right here. Make sense? Let's see what happens here. Thanks, Zerodate here. I appreciate it. I don't know how like more clear that can be. I know what you guys want. You guys want to copy trade me. I know what's up, so. Hey, Ross Wax, what's going on? How are you doing? We're going to take some of those trades this upcoming week. We're going to take like a nice easy trade on, if we can get one, on Monday or Tuesday. What's going on, Ross Wax? We're going to take easy trades this week. We're going to get long, we're going to get short, and we're going to ride them out all week long. It's going to be really nice and easy. Nice, easy week coming up for you guys. We got a shit ton of vol. We have a shit ton of vol coming up next week. So there's a really good chance next week that we'll see extreme lows and extreme highs. Not necessarily trend going down in an extreme way, but we'll have some really great opportunities, I think, next week. I'm anticipating some really great opportunities next week for some big up and down moves. No, I like it too, but the problem is it doesn't make for good. It doesn't make for really good streaming. but I'm open to it. Like the one thing I want to say to you guys here too is this is big. So I made a post last night on the market brief where I said we're going to come into some volatility. We're going to slow down the trading next week. And Joe has said to me in the past, so I don't know if you guys know this. So there's CaptainJimJames, right? That's me. My partner is Joe Donut. Do you guys know him? So Joe Donut's been with me since day one. And then we brought Bork on, right? Bork's our admin for Twitch, YouTube, and the Discord, right? Right? So Joe Donut says to me a lot. He said to me, when we make the jump, right? We make the jump into a more sustainable community, right? Because you guys make this community. We should consider or discuss possibly changing the format of the stream to more like less day trading and more focused on swing trades, buying and selling stocks, and less like 0 to 8 hero stuff, right? No offense, 0 to 8 hero, but like trading zeros. Because right now the stream before we made the jump, the stream was built for people that are trading for the next 15 minutes, the next half an hour, the next hour, the next 3 hours. And then it was also built for people that just want me on in the background all day long while they trade. So you're doing your own trading, right? So you're like, I'm doing my own trading, but I want to hear what he has to say while I'm trading. Now, when we first started the stream, we found that people were copy trading. And what we noticed was the stream was like delayed on YouTube by like 15 seconds. People were hitting the reset button, and then they weren't executing their trades as accurately as me. So what I used to do